Hey everyone, how you doing tonight? I wanted to make this video and talk to you about a little project I've kind of been researching on, and that project is Airtoken, and you can find it by just typing Air in CoinMarketCap. Now, Airtoken is something I've honestly been doing some pretty hardcore research for the past week, trying to find out as much as possible as I could about this company and what they're trying to do. And I even asked some of my friends to look at it, look at their white paper, see what they're trying to do, and for them to give me their thoughts and conclusions so I could see if they come to the same conclusion I came from what I've read, and see if they have any different views, any new angles. Maybe I missed something, and that could be big, or something that could completely wreck this. And happily, they came to kind of the same conclusion as I did, how there's a lot of opportunity. It is a true problem that they're looking to fix, and that their coin is extremely undervalued. And that's what I spend a lot of my time researching, is looking for those coins that people don't know too much about yet, that are cheap in value, and where you can go in and get a lot, and then hopefully ride that huge wave up as it expands, and the community starts learning about it, and it starts growing in its publicity. So Airtoken, let's go over it real quick here on CoinMarketCap. At the moment, it's at 7 cents. I invested in it a few days ago. I got it at 3-cent mark, and I definitely didn't expect this kind of a run up, as I was preparing to make this video. So I'm sorry about that. I should have done it a little earlier. But, it's kind of receding back a bit. It did hit, I believe, a high of 8 cents, or close to, 8 cents, which is, I was like, whoa, that's surprising. Yeah, I made the right choice. But, the supply isn't that bad, and that's on purpose, because you'll understand it once I tell you what they're trying to do, right? And you can find it in just a few markets right now. Hit BTC, Ether Delta, and IDEX. I don't really know what that one is, but I went through Hit BTC. They're quite active on their social media here on Twitter. I highly recommend, if you're looking at this coin, follow any coin while I'm researching. I follow and I keep up with them. They do have a Telegram. I recommend you look for it and join it. Just trying to get as much info as you possibly can about a coin that you're looking to invest in and researching. So on their website, it's pretty simple. They are a fairly new coin. If I show you here, they just came out in October of last year, 2017. So it's only been 3 months for them. And, their ICO went pretty quick. They sold a lot. And now let me go into what they're doing, all right? So Airtoken is made by the company AirFox. And AirFox is a mobile data provider for cheap data. So they partner with mobile data companies, and advertisers, and they go in and they try to provide cheap data to the consumer. Because data in a lot of countries where they're a majority are unbankable or underbanked, or just low income families, mobile data is still a very expensive thing. Data is still something that is hard to pay for, and they actually show about it here, right here, and as through some of the statistics they have, and how many hours someone would have to work just to get 500 megabytes worth of access, for the internet. And 500 megabytes of access, I'm pretty sure I go through that in a few hours, if not a few minutes, watching videos or doing some crazy stuff on my phone. So how do we fix that problem? And that's something Airtoken's trying to do, right? Well, AirFox using Airtoken. So they're trying to create a mobile data ecosystem, and that ecosystem has their token playing a part in it. Now, how does that work? Okay, check this out. So they have an application that you install on your smartphone, and there are smartphones that you can buy that are prepaid smartphones. Just smartphones. Android-based smartphones are kind of just becoming the go-to base model of stuff. You're not expecting the crazy high-definition cameras, but you still kind of get access to a smartphone and you get applications, and most important thing, access to the web and joining the internet community. So with your smartphone, you would download their application, the Airfox application. And it's pretty much like a browser, right? And what Airfox would do through their application is partner with advertisers. And advertisers would advertise through that application, right? And the people using the app will see those ads, and they will, now the company Airfox will get paid by the advertisers for, the consumers seeing those ads, right? And the consumer who sees the ad gets rewarded with Airtokens. And then the consumer can then take those Airtokens to purchase goods. As their roadmap expands, they'll allow for that. But more importantly, take those Airtokens and buy more data. So they're getting rewarded for use. So it's kind of ecosystem. So let's go back in again. Let's bring it back, right? So the app right here, right? The consumer gets the app, uses the app on their smartphone, gets targeted ads, sees the ads, and by seeing the ads, they get tokens, uses those tokens to get more data so they can keep using the web. And it's just a circle, kind of like the circle of life. And I think it's a pretty cool, it's a really cool business model in a sense. And you've seen this. You've seen this business model, because if you've used your phone and you played games, you'll see games that are free, and every now and then they might just randomly play an ad, or they'll have it that you could click a button so you could see an ad like a video, and you get rewarded with in-game currency to use in the game. So it's already proven to work, right? And that's where I see that this could be something very useful, where someone who wants to have access to the internet, to the World Wide Web, to see all the wonders, to gain all the knowledge that's out there, good and bad, this is a really cool way to do it. And it incentivizes someone to get targeted or play a video advertisement where they get rewarded, and through their app, they wouldn't use as much data, and they'll be able to replenish how much data they have, because they get rewarded by the tokens and use those tokens to get more airtime. So it is a circle of life. So because of that, right, like that being already like a proven business model in a sense of how to make money as a business, but taking that currency and making it a real world use is what takes it away from what games do. That real world use is what makes this important. That's the conclusion I got. Like what made me like, can this be big? I have to ask people. I have to see what my friends think. And they came to the same conclusion as I did, and how this could actually be big. And the awesome thing about it, while researching Airfox the company, they actually have a list that you could download of all the mobile data companies that they're partnered with, that they have already done business with. And they've even done business with over 2 million customers already. And they're expanding to Brazil this quarter. And I know from when I was in Brazil, when I was a kid in Brazil, and when I went and visited back Brazil, every few years, house phones aren't really a thing. Some people have them, but it's mostly all cell phones. And people don't have that much money there. I'll tell you that. I'm sure you've seen the videos of Brazil and the favelas, the low-income houses where they're pretty much just building wherever they can. The shanty towns is what we'll call them here in the United States. But they're just building everywhere. And, people need cell phones. They need that communications, and access to the internet. So if they're able to be successful in that expansion to Brazil, then, this could get really big. And I believe, it's pretty cheap. And, guys, I'm telling you, check it out. See if you kind of got the same idea I got. They actually go ahead and like explain what I just try to explain in a very weird, excited kind of way. But they actually explain it right there on their website. And download the white paper. It's not bad. The white paper right here. They have it in many different languages. It's a 46-page read, very easy to read, talks about everything, what they're planning, the team, the roadmap, the business model. I highly recommend reading it. Check it out. Follow their Twitter. Go through this. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Because I invested and, it's paying off right now. And it's doing a little bit of pullback. It's still super cheap. So, if you guys have any questions or comments, please go ahead and just leave the comment or question below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. And if you like the video, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. And I am trying to get these videos out a lot more often, especially since I got the new mic. And that's all I have for you tonight, guys. Thank you very much and have a wonderful night.